Over here I have the Coolmoon PA1. It's a PWM&ARGB controller. Basically you get like 8 PWM connectors and 10 ARGB connectors, I believe. These are the specifications of the product right here. Yeah, 10 ARGBs and 8 PWM connectors. I got the black version right here. Yeah, so these are the specifications. Without further ado, I'm just gonna get inside the box. Let's see how it looks like and take a closer look and what we get with it. And then I'm going to be assembling it into my computer here. I also got these extra fans for it, so I could replace the stock non-ARGB fans on the CPU cooler and add another one here, so we could have more lights to work with this controller. And I also connected this ARGB connector on my RX 7800 XT 7800 XT by Sapphire. It's a Nitro Plus video card. So yeah, that way you could also connect that to the controller, and we could definitely sync that with the ARGB controller right here. So yeah, let's take a closer look on what we get inside the box. Okay, so basically when I opened up the box, you get this plastic tray inside of it, and now you get this manual on it explaining you how to install it and the directions of the fans. Basically, it's just an installation guide, yeah, explaining to you about the features of the remote that you get with right here. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Basically, these buttons control the speeds, I think, of the fans that you hook up. You have the mods for the lights, the lightning strength, and then you have like a preset colors if you just want a regular RGB. And this is like the switching between the motherboard and the remote control. Basically, this button determines who will control the ARGB, because you do get to sync this to your motherboard if you want the motherboard to control it. I'm not sure I'm gonna do it because I only want the controller to control it. I don't know, but basically you could. This button right here, the remote is right here. You get to automatic choose like an automatic mode between all the kinds of RGB mods. And then you have like a power on and power off button if you don't want the lightning or whatever. So that's what comes inside the box. Let's just see it physically. We have it right here. So basically you get the remote, which we just went through about. It takes a 2023 battery. Basically it's supposed to say that right here. Yeah, no, it's actually 2025 3-volt battery. And to open it, you need to push it aside, and they explain it to you in the illustration right here. It comes without a battery, obviously, so you need to take care of that on your own if you're ordering that from AliExpress anyway. These are all the cables. You have your ARGB, your SATA power, PWM. That way you can connect all of that to your motherboard to sync up with it, or you can just run it off of the controller. That's pretty good for computers with old motherboards that don't get to have that ARGB connector on them. So yeah, you can just connect like ARGB fans and run them up like that. So yeah, that's basically the controller. You get all the connectors on the side, like 8 on each side. Like I mentioned before, you do get like 10 ARGB connectors, like 2 more out here. So that's pretty good. And that's where you connect like all the cables for your SATA power, your motherboard, like the PWM and the ARGB. So basically I'm going to install it on this computer, and it's magnetic, so it's magnetizing to your PC just like that. Obviously I'm not gonna put it right here. No, that would be stupid. But I will put it maybe, because this thing has like ARGB on it too, so maybe I will put it like maybe right here. Doesn't really quite magnetizing that well here. So yeah, maybe I would have no choice, and yeah, I can't put that right there. Obviously, fans on the graphics card is gonna be problematic. But yeah, basically I will put it somewhere. I'll find a good place to put it in here. And yeah, so right now I'm going to install this thing and plug all the cables and all the fans, and I will install these fans into the computer as well. I'll pick it back up once everything is connected and I'm ready to boot this PC with the new ARGB fans that I got and with this controller. So I'll catch you soon. Well, I installed everything, as you can see. Yeah, wow, that looks sick. That looks pretty good. As you can see, you can control the mods of the RGB with this controller. It has a lot of mods, basically. All kind of ARGB effects. I used the Sapphire tricks to use the external source, which has the cable that we plugged in, and yeah, it's synced with it. However, yeah, the Corsair Dominators, they have a different lightning, so yeah, I will have to find maybe a blue kind of mod with this to make it closer. I will have to play with that around later on, but yeah, basically I have all the fans, the CPU fans, everything is synced to this lightning. The motherboard is not able to sync to that light, however, so that didn't work, unfortunately. Which is okay. I mean, I can realistically, I think this is well enough RGB for me. I could just have the ARGB from the fans, basically, and the graphics card. I could, if I don't find like anything to work with this color, like this color and the motherboard color, I could just turn them off and have just have the RGB source from the ARGB fans and yeah, the graphics card. Basically, that's what I could do. But yeah, basically, it works really well. Like you can see, I can play around with it. You can do this, the presets. You can do blue. Yeah, green. That's blue. Okay, yeah, that's blue. Basically, can do whatever I want with it. Yeah, it's pretty cool, and you can adjust the speed, basically, of the RGB. It's just the speed of the RGB, though. It's not the speed of the fan. So you cannot control the fan speed. It's just the lightning speed, basically, and you can control the brightness. Basically, see, I can turn it down. It's barely visible. Yeah, and turn it up. As you can see, it turns up, and I can turn it off. Basically, there is no RGB. If I don't want any RGB, it's turned off. Obviously, the memory is not synced with it, and the motherboard is not synced with it. But as I said, I can turn this off too, and yeah, that way. And this is the random ARGB. I think it just does a ARGB effect, the rainbow. Basically, it's not random. And over here, once you click that, it turns the lights off, because that means that it turns control to the motherboard. But for that you have to connect the cable to the motherboard, to the ARGB connector on the motherboard, which I didn't connect, because quite frankly I don't want to run the ARGB on the motherboard, so I'm just gonna have the control always for the remote, the R. As you can see, R is the remote, M is the motherboard, that's what it stands for, so it's always gonna be for the remote. And yeah, so basically I'm just gonna like play around with it until I find like a mod that's decent enough for me. Is Yeah, and as you can see, that's the controller. It also has like an ARGB effect, but I'm not gonna be able to see it because I'm just gonna have it like magnetized. That's the only place I could magnetize it well enough for to stay. So yeah. But yeah, basically that's pretty much it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.